Good afternoon, Indian River County. This is your Superintendent, Dr. Moore, here with a Facebook Live, a very brief Facebook, but we do want to provide some information to our community. First, I want to begin by congratulating our Principal of the Year. Just this morning, I had the opportunity to visit Vero Beach Senior High School and surprise our new Principal of the Year for the 2022, Mr. O'Keefe. So very, very proud of him. He has been selected by his fellow principals. Then I had the opportunity to visit Oslo Middle School and surprise our new 2022 Assistant Principal of the Year, Mr. Kinsley. And these are two individuals who work tirelessly for our kids, and we're very, very excited for them, and they will be absolutely outstanding representatives for our school district as Principal and Assistant Principal of the Year. So today's focus is going to be about opening back up. And as you recall, over the last 18 months, we've been dealing with a pandemic. And where we are today is in a much, much better place. As you can see from the numbers that are now on the screen, very little incidents with COVID or impacts of the pandemic. So when you look at the positivity rate as a county, just at 3% over the last 7 days, and 5% has always been that threshold in which we were looking at in terms of mitigation strategies. We are moving into the next phase, and this is a very, very exciting phase. This is a phase that ultimately I, as the superintendent, have only had 44 days to function under, which is when we are fully open and providing quality instruction as a true school in our community. And that is something we're very, very excited. So as of yesterday, the MOUs that we had in place with our bargaining units as it relates to face coverings have transitioned into alignment with the current mitigation strategies associated with the school color. So teachers are no longer required to wear face coverings, but ultimately have the choice to do so if they feel appropriate, and they will follow the recommendations aligned to our current mitigation tiered approach. We will be holding on-school activities, assemblies, award recognitions. This is the opportunity for us really to open our doors. We will invite volunteers to come back in, our outside organizations, being very strategic in working with our students. So our civic groups, community organizations, welcome back on our campuses really to begin that particular work. If you have a burden to serve as a room parent, we would like to support that desire. And I would encourage each and every single parent, if you have the time to connect with your school, to be involved. This is a school that wants to be in service of its community, and we now have the stance, based on where we are within this particular reality, really to open our schools up, support one another, be transparent in what we're doing, and build a stronger sense of community through involvement. Parental involvement is a key for our success, and as a system now we are prepared based on where we were with the pandemic and where we are currently, really to support and strengthen those relationships as we move forward. School sites, having lunch with children, yet again another opportunity to bring that back into practice. That'll be school site specific based on the principal. We have school board policy in place, so if there's opportunities to visit classrooms, once again, please reach out to your principal so we can get that coordinated as well. Looking forward to opening our doors, continuing to be safe, continuing to monitor our reality, but at the same time, it is a great day in the school district of Indian River County as we open our doors. And as we do so, I just want to remind everyone of the importance of attendance. As we look at our school data over the last several weeks, we're seeing not a slight dip, but a dip in attendance for students on Mondays and Fridays. And we want to continue to encourage families to assess those symptoms on a daily basis prior to sending your students to school. But we really want to make sure that we have our children in school each and every single day. The pandemic may at this time in our reality is not as severe, but the impacts of the pandemic instructionally or the amount of content that has not been able to be delivered to our students in the most appropriate way during that pandemic will have an impact. And when students miss just 2 days of school each month, that requires significant reduction in overall outcomes. So we will be working with our schools to provide meaningful instruction each and every single day. As you recall, we have the block scheduling in the afternoon in our secondary schools. That also requires an impact. If you're not in school on Friday, you won't see that teacher again until Tuesday. So as we implement this schedule, we need for students to be fully involved and connected in our schools each and every single day. We want every single minute to provide quality instruction for them. So please have that conversation with your son or daughter. Continue to assess symptoms, and if they have those symptoms, I would encourage you, yes, keep them home. But we're going to ensure from a school system perspective that quality instruction is taking place each and every single day. It's meaningful, it's relevant, and it's something all students would want to be engaged and connected to. Also want to provide a quick update regarding some of the content that's been in our media centers. It was brought to our attention through partnership, through an individual who identified some books that were of concern. We reviewed a number of books that we've pulled from our shelves, one of which has been permanently removed, looking at the content of other books in order to ensure what our children in our school system have access to is age appropriate and it's relevant to what's being taught in our schools, and it's supporting the growth and development of children and is not explicit in any particular way. So those are the steps that we're taking in order to ensure that the school district of Indian River County is above reproach, and we have everything in place to ensure our content, our curriculum is right where it needs to be supporting our children. So that is just a clear sign of partnership as we continue to receive this information and make modifications and changes to ensure it is in the absolute best place it needs to be. And that is our update for today. Once again, parents, if you're getting involved, please reach out to your school principal, school advisory councils. You can be connected that way. Room parents, you could be connected that way. We want you in our schools. We want you to be supporting the development and growth of your children. This is a partnership. It's a great day. Enjoy.